In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NBA games happening on April 16, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Clippers vs. Phoenix Suns. Division rivals only separated by 1 game in the standings this season. The number 4 seed Los Angeles Clippers and number 5 seed Phoenix Suns will face each other at least 4 more times. These clubs split the 4 regular season meetings, with the away team winning every time. The Clippers would love for that to continue on Sunday night, while the Suns have their eyes on another trip to the NBA Finals. The Los Angeles Clippers finished off the regular season with 5 wins in their past 7 games to finish with a 44-38 overall record, good enough for the 5th seed in the Western Conference. Kawhi Leonard played 52 games this season with averages of 24 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 3.9 assists per game. Norman Powell averaged 17 points and 2.9 rebounds per game, while Russell Westbrook averaged 16 points, 4.9 rebounds, and 7.6 assists per game. As a team, the Clippers scored 114 points per game while shooting 47.7% from the field and 38.1% from the three-point line. But they are still missing their second leading scorer as Paul George isn't expected to be rushed back for this series. Meanwhile, the Phoenix Suns had their ups and downs this season, but they've been full of promise since acquiring Kevin Durant, and they will have eyes on going all the way in these playoffs. Devin Booker has taken his game to another level with averages of 28 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.5 assists per game. Kevin Durant averaged 26 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game, while DeAndre Ayton averaged 18 points and 10 rebounds per game. As a team, the Suns scored 114 points per game while shooting 46.7% from the field and 37.4% from the three-point line. The Clippers are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Sunday games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Suns are 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 Sunday games and 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 games following against the spread win. The over is 4-0 in Clippers' last 4 overall. The over is 4-1 in Suns' last 5 overall. The Clippers are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. The Clippers are still missing Paul George, while the Suns are keeping an eye on Cameron Payne, who is considered questionable for this one. As we get closer and closer to the start of this series, it's becoming increasingly unlikely that Paul George will participate in it. We finally got an update from the Clippers. George is still undergoing treatment for his sprained knee, and there is no return date at the moment. Heading into a series like this, that's not the news you want to hear if you're a Clippers fan. It will be up to Kawhi Leonard and co to pick up the slack, and head coach Ty Lue has the 3rd most productive bench in the league, producing an average of 41.5 points per game. The regular season series was split at 2-2, with the Clippers beating the Suns in the last game of the regular season, so we could be going the distance in this series. The Phoenix Suns are the better team now that they're pretty much at full strength, and the Clippers not having Paul George is a big blow. However, you can argue the Clippers are the deeper team, and there's a chance Kawhi Leonard can be the best player in this series. The road team has won all 4 meetings between the Clippers and Suns, and Los Angeles Clippers loses on the road by an average of just 1 point. I think this series can be closer than some think, so the Los Angeles Clippers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The absence of Paul George is not only good news for all Suns fans, but it's also good news for Russell Westbrook fans as their guy gets a minutes increase. In 9 games without George, Westbrook has played 30.5 minutes a night, including 40 of them on the final day of the regular season against Phoenix. If that number stays around the 35 minutes mark, that should significantly increase the tempo of this game, which should translate into more points scored. The over has cashed 8 times in the last 9 games for Los Angeles, with them posting an offensive rating of 122.1 during that stretch. That bet has also landed in 8 of their last 11 on the road. Phoenix has also gone over in 4 of 5 overall and in 13 of 17 versus Western Conference opponents. I'm expecting fireworks in the first game of this series, so let's back the points. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Denver Nuggets. It's the start of a series between Northwest Division rivals on the hardwood as the Western Conference playoffs get underway with a tilt in the Mile High City. The 8th-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves are on the road as they play game 1 of their best-of-7 series with the top-seeded Denver Nuggets Sunday night. Minnesota advanced as they dropped Oklahoma City 120-95 in the final game of the Western Conference play-in tournament at home, covering the line as a 6-point favorite Friday night. Denver dropped Sacramento 109-95 at home in their regular season finale last Sunday, winning outright as a 5-point underdog. This season, the teams split 4 meetings with the home team prevailing in each contest. The Minnesota Timberwolves had to bounce back after losing to the Lakers on Tuesday, and they did just that by blowing past the Thunder in a dominant 120-95 home win in Friday's play-in game. Karl Anthony Towns led the team with 28 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks on 11 of 16 shooting. Rudy Gobert added 21 points with 10 rebounds, while Anthony Edwards chipped in with 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. As a team, the Timberwolves shot 51% from the field and 13 of 32 from the three-point line as they poured in 33 points in the second quarter to take control of the game, before they dominated the second half by 63-48 to make it a complete blowout in the end and earn their ticket to the NBA playoffs. Meanwhile, the Denver Nuggets started the season as the hottest team in the league, but they stumbled their way into the playoffs, losing 5 of their last 7 games of the regular season to finish with a 53-29 overall record. Nikola Jokic led the team with averages of 24.5 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 9.8 assists per game. Jamal Murray averaged 20 points and 6.2 assists per game. Michael Porter Jr. averaged 17 points per game, while Aaron Gordon averaged 16 points per game. As a team, the Nuggets scored 116 points per game while shooting 50.4% from the field and 37.9% from the three-point line. The Timberwolves are 20-8 against the spread in their last 28 Sunday games and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 road games. The Nuggets are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 Sunday games and 18-8 against the spread in their last 26 home games. The under is 6-2 in Timberwolves' last 8 overall. The under is 11-2 in Nuggets' last 13 overall. The Timberwolves are 24-7 against the spread in the last 31 meetings in Denver and 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 meetings. The Timberwolves could be short-handed here as Rudy Gobert and Jalen Noel are both listed as questionable, while the Nuggets should be at full health for this matchup. Northwest Division rivals, these two went toe-to-toe 4 times this season, all of the games coming in the 2023 calendar year. Straight up the games were split with wins going to the home teams, but the Timberwolves went 3-1 against the spread. They last faced off on February 7th, a 146-112 rout by Denver, but Minnesota presents a unique challenge for Jokic, bringing a few big bodies into the mix that can shuffle things up with him. Towns and Gobert will force him outside a bit more and also make it so that the Nuggets don't have an immediate edge on the glass. I also like that the Timberwolves got in a couple of games this week while Denver has remained dormant, with most of their important pieces having been out of game action for over a week. It will take some time to shake off the little rust that has formed, giving Minnesota an early edge. The Nuggets must be low on confidence as they stumbled their way towards the playoffs, but they are well rested and will like their chances against the Timberwolves, who could be missing a couple key players. However, the Denver Nuggets have been fabulous at home both straight up and against the spread this season, so the spread isn't a surprise. However, the Nuggets coasted in the second half of the season and haven't played much serious basketball in weeks. The Minnesota Timberwolves have played every other day, gained experience in big games, and have a bit of rhythm going. If there was a spot for the Timberwolves to steal a game and make this series interesting, this would be it. I don't trust that Minnesota can hold the lead per se, but I do like them to jump out enough early to keep this close down to the wire. They are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games versus a team with a winning record, and 6-1 in their last 7 meetings with Denver. So the Minnesota Timberwolves to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Minnesota has stayed under the number in 45 of their 84 games, with 1 push this season. The Timberwolves commit the 4th most turnovers per game this season as they cough the ball up 15.3 times per contest. Minnesota is 7th in the league in tempo this season as they average 101 possessions a game this year. Denver has seen the under post a 44-37-1 record on the year. The Nuggets are below average in the league when it comes to tempo as they enter this game 23rd in the league in tempo with 98.1 possessions a night. Denver is 20th in the league in turnovers by committing 14.5 turnovers per contest. Both meetings at Ball Arena produced 240 points during the regular season, and 3 of the 4 games went over Sunday's total of 224.5 points. The Nuggets aren't exactly known for their pace, but they've dominated in terms of efficiency, spending most of the regular season in the top 3 alongside Boston and Sacramento. Minnesota does like to run since they finished the regular season as the 7th fastest team in the league, averaging 102.7 possessions per game. With pretty much their entire team healthy and playing, they'll be counting on their offensive production to grab a game or 2 from the Nuggets here, with 5 of the last 6 meetings overall producing at least 235 points and the last 6 in Denver going over 230. Additionally, the over is 5 to 1 to 1 in the last 7 meetings between the teams. Look for another high-scoring affair that winds up past the total number. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.